Alright, Fletch. I am good, mate. I wonder, could I get... I'm just picking something at random so I can carry on. Ugh. Right, so we have 3 shows to review.
The Worldwide Heavyweight Championship hangs in the balance in this. Test of strength and stamina. An Iron Man match. We'll see who's up for the test. Roddy Piper, the Giant, and Ricky Steamboat. An Iron Man match with the championship.
Ugh.
This isn't just about status.
3 shows for this
There are plenty of ways to earn the status of top dog.
old...
But there's definitely a statement being made with this one.
Well, not exactly old, I'm 28 now. But yes, we've got 3 shows to review. So, which one should we start with?
Someone knows that if they want to hold gold at the end of the night, they have to pull out all the stops. And Hot Rod fights back, coming back in the ring.
It's an easy question.
We've seen historic Iron Man matches through the years. Corey, how does a superstar
Or do we just go for the
arduous task of an Iron Man match?
quick bits?
Obviously an important aspect of an Iron Man match, but you have to prepare
I think that's a more interesting question.
yourself. You can't dwell on falling behind a point, or you'll lose the match. Boom, running STO plants him. Nicely done.
How should we do this? See, normally I would just review it at the computer and I sit there and talk to you guys, but since I started doing the reviews this way, it's kind of fun. I can sit here, let these guys try to wrestle.
And he's taking
And in the meantime, we can review some television, but the question is, which aspects of television was good and which aspects of television wasn't so good, and then the aspects of television that was stale? That's the bigger question. But, of course, welcome one and all to your Dynamite, Impact and Smackdown review shows. And the grass is greener on one side. Will the grass get greener on the other is the bigger question. Contextually speaking, that's an if not a maybe, but the question is, can people handle it? Judging by my neck, I'm gonna say if you're durable, then you'll cope. Honest opinions, of course. An honest analysis. It's such a dangerous game. I too have interesting questions, and I kinda got an answer. If that makes sense.
I can't believe the ref didn't get two here. Big clothesline. Loving blow. Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat. I don't know what they're looking for here. Determination in his eyes, and now a kendo stick in his hands. Ooh, good measure. Looking worn out.
Just take a look at what I put inside the ring, and that will deduce a problem I have with professional wrestling right now. Just take a look at what.
He's certainly lining him up, but he's wasting too much time.
There's no. People want to obsess over characters or promos or storylines or the actual in-ring product of who can actually wrestle and who can work a match, who can sell. Here's a strange but accurate deduction. You look at the 4 people I've picked for this Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match. There's no disqualification, of course, because it's a Fatal 4-Way. Try and find 4 wrestlers that are on the level of the 4 men in this match. A valuable concoction of talent, size, character, mystique, story development, impressive mic skills, incredible ring ability, strong definitions of babyface and heels. I don't think you can. And this isn't just company specific, this is wrestling specific. There aren't many that you can say, yes, I would say are on the level of these four. And it's actually quite alarming when you think about it. But we shall begin. So let's go order to order, and let's pick out the positives and the negatives from each show. Continuity. Storyline tie-in. So let's begin with a positive from Dynamite, and then we'll find a negative, because of course there is, and nobody can't say there isn't, because they would be lying. So, a positive from Dynamite, the opening 35 minutes all links back to Dynasty in its purest form. You've got an opening contest with the world champion up against a competitor who got involved in the title match on Sunday. Again, purely in the sense of going after everybody now as a punishment for getting involved, which is clever deduction to book a match. It's actually a very effective way to book a match. And of course it's Shibata versus Moxley, and the match isn't too bad. It more or less serves a purpose, rather than being a good technical wrestling or a good brawl. It's just a purpose match, and that's theoretically what AEW actually do need a lot of, if you want to be really respectfully honest. You need purpose matches, because purpose matches generate your heat, but they also generate your story for story advancement. And you can further a story just by being in a wrestling match, or you can further it by being in a promo segment. This was this was a match, then a post-match segment, and a promo battle all at once, where they are adding to the story. And it's trying to tie itself in. And rather surprisingly, it's good. It's not actually, like, it's not great or anything. It's only the first chapter, after, well, not in the sense of writing a book or the first chapter of a film segment, but it's the first chapter of pre-Dynasty, and it's about how can AEW make it relatable now and tie it back in order to improve the Death Rider story. Now you've added the Bucks to the mix properly. You've got them with Swerve, your top babyface. Hangman's involved. This essentially is about making the right decision. And it's actually very credible. Now, what isn't so great is the fact that it's another choke win. Unless that's going to be his finish going forward, then there's no point in him using the paradigm shift DDT anymore. If he's just going to use the choke. It's almost as if the choke is his indictment as a stranglehold of the championship. And if that's the case, then that has to be his finish going forward instead of the paradigm shift. Otherwise, you are losing out on some good moments. I'll back in a moment. Where were we? Ah, yes. I was just getting my birthday present. So, we got an opening match that ended with another choke. The Bucks have finally come out. We think we're going to get an addressal of some sort. We don't, but we get a unification proposal to unite the Death Riders with the Elite. Okay, that's methodical, that's practical. Hopefully it will then do a little bit more of further in the group. Moxley, of course, walks away. And instead of Moxley returning to then make some sort of an official agreement between them, we get Kenny Omega. And Kenny's a good promo. But it's hard to tell if this was a promo designed to be funny or a promo that is designed to encapsulate the issue. And I say that because when you look at it, he doesn't bring up anything that's incriminating. He just says it's over expenditure on personal reasons. That doesn't make sense. Especially if you think about it logically. Like, and I'm serious, like, a logical perspective isn't there. Unless this is what he believes it was. And if he believes that's what it was, then okay, that's fine. But if it turns out to be the prices of private jets, etc., then why would you shred that and run? I don't understand that. It must be just me. We have got people watching, so do get your comments in. Just give me your thought process. Let me just hear it out. Because I'm not sure. Let me hear it. Come on.
And now gets tossed into the ring. Fast press! Fast press! Yes, press!
Because I can't seem to figure it out.
He picks up the score. Just brutalizing their opponent with forearms to the side of the face. It is absolutely deafening in the building right now. Brutal boot. Here's the Dragon. Bringing the Dragon Steamboat. Sleeper hold applied. Nah, this one should have been over, but he breaks the hold. Oh, man. Stop him. Here's a cover. Could be it. And he breaks up the pinfall. Let's keep fighting.
Maybe someone can see what I'm thinking and see if they can understand that if it's meant to be a distraction promo, then it delivers. But if it's seriously just the Young Bucks are ripping up private jet fees, why would you run from the Death Riders at that point? You're not going to be much of a target for them. At that point, they're not going to care. So I don't know. I don't understand it. Maybe someone will have an idea. Maybe someone can figure this one out. Give me something to grasp in that way.
And there needs to be a refocus now. That was the moment that could have ended things. A moment that's being replayed in their heads right now. He thinks he has it. Broken up, and the match continues. That's teamwork.
I don't know. But then we get, obviously, Omega comes out. Obviously, he does confront the Bucks. He gets in the ring, to which Okada comes out instantly. We get a 3-on-1 situation. Swerve comes out with a steel chair. A steel chair for Swerve goes after the Elite. They flee. And that's a good positive. Like that's a good positive. That's further in the story. Confusing a little, but its job is to do that.
Letting his opponent know who's in charge. Into the barricade. Drops the hammer. Right on the lower back. And clothesline.
Swerve versus Pac instantly starts as well, because obviously when Swerve's in the ring and Omega departs, Pac attacks him from behind. Match kicks off. It's all Pac even through the commercial break. It only angers Swerve, and then Swerve does defeat him. It was very fast. I think, however, though, when you look at it, the dangers of a type of move, we saw it with Finn Balor in 2016. Pac took the buckle bomb and it didn't go as planned. Like, you can see that he doesn't land well. Bit of a sting. Potentially he's hurt. We'll find out. I hope not, but it's certainly a possibility that Pac could be injured. It's a shame because it was actually going quite well, this match. Zodiac, thank you very much, my friend. It's good to see you. But it's not just the buckle bomb's damage as well, it's the landing on his ankle. So there's questions for sure about Pac and his condition. I'm hoping he's not badly injured. I hope not. I say that with great respect to Pac. There was obviously a backstage segment between Prince Nana and Hangman, and the refusal to accept an apology is going to be relevant for some time. I hope it's not either, Zodiac. I believe it's his ankle. It's just the way this happened is not great, but sadly that shit does happen. For a $400,000 8-man tag role, for all its excitement, I think Tony Khan, in a way, perhaps he got this one wrong. It's not because the match is bad. It's actually relatively okay. It's just, why does it need to be booked in the first place?
And there he is, he's giving up, huge fall, captured off the submission. Boom, running STO plants him. Nicely done.
Like, you've got Speedball and Ricochet, who last Sunday were in the extremely exciting triple threat match. The triple threat match was exciting, and then it gets to this, and then you think, why are they in this? Briscoe's match against Kyle Fletcher led to this tag match, and Ricochet was the only highlight. Good performance by Will Ospreay, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. I think this tag match was... This is more of a collision match than a Dynamite match, if I'm being honest. It had no place being here. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but I don't think it has a purpose. And I'm not going to continue thinking it has a purpose either. Of course the babyfaces do win, but I don't know. Schiavone calling Will Ospreay the leader that AEW needs might actually be his idea of he's winning the Owen Hart Cup. So, there you go. I haven't actually, in terms of your question, Zodiac, I didn't understand the promo. I don't think his promo actually helped him at all. It's almost as if they wanted it to be story fulfilling, but it led to him just mentioning two dogs that he is comparing to the Bucks because they're both shit stains, but it actually doesn't help the story. The story was already getting somewhere. This felt like a bit of one step forward and then a few steps back. After doing very well with it, it was just strange. I can't decipher it. So I am in agreement with you, Zodiac. MJF confronts the Hurt Syndicate during their title celebration, because of course they won in the irrelevant tag match on Sunday. This segment was not so bad. Reality, of course, is we know what was coming. MJF is not getting into Hurt Syndicate. And we got that, but it had to be a thumbs up or thumbs down. That was just lame. Like, that was lame. So, praise for Bobby Lashley's promo, negative for how he gets rejected. They should have just beat the crap out of him. I think you can't get away with that. If they're meant to hurt people, you hurt them to prove you can't get in. Bobby Lashley should have just when MJF wasn't fully paying attention, he should have just speared him. Or Benjamin should have hit a German suplex. You know what I mean? Like, there's... There is honesty. And this is where it's coming. Build heel FTR to face the Hurt Syndicate. Well, they've got to get through Copeland and Cage first. But yes. That is correct. And they're going to at some point. But the Hurt Syndicate aren't babyfaces either, so it's going to be another heel versus heel tag team dynamic. Unless they turn the Syndicate babyface. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But I wouldn't mind that. FTR versus Benjamin and Lashley in a tag match for the titles would really be a great reset for the division. Like, it's what is needed for quite a long time. They've needed to reset the tag division for ages, and they haven't done it. I mean, they're trying to, but the crowd booed them when they said no. Which doesn't help. The crowd booed that. We'll see though, like, we'll see what happens. Penelope Jugs, of course she's on screen, warning the division about Megan Bain. I actually liked their segment. It was one of the positives on the show. But then came the best part of commentary all night. Chris Statlander versus Thunder Rosa with Tony Storm on commentary. Oh, I deny MJF because MJF isn't that good. Statlander versus Rosa with Storm on commentary. Oh my dear. Oh my dear Christ. This was... This was madness. And not in a bad way, it was just madness in a fun way of, oh dear God, how can you have this as commentary? If me and Statlander were a tag team, we'd be called Thunder Thighs. If Rosa and I are still a tag team, we'll be Thunder Tits. And if it's me and Shivani are tag team, then we'll just be called Tits. Her commentary is so tied in, and it's original, and it's authentic. And I'm like, why do you not get more out of this? What she was saying about Megan Bain, how she lost 3 inches, but she got it back when she looked at Shivani. It's unhinged. And it's wonderful. It makes the match better, even though the match, you don't see enough out of Thunder Rosa, but you see perfect blend of Statlander. And we got the right winner. Thank God. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just... It's strange. But that's what makes it oddly special. Like, talent on commentary have a chance to be a different kind of authentic. And it only works if you're dispensing the belief. And they do. And it's even more appropriate when she's saying, do try this at home. Because she's like, everything you've ever been told, everything you've ever made to feel because you're watching television. Instead of being told don't do it, she's saying, you know what, do it. In that cheeky manner that's entertaining and fun, but it's authentic. And that's why she stands out more than anybody. It's pure. Like, her commentary is so pure. And that's what I love about it. Now, she doesn't get all of it. When you look at the move, she doesn't get all of her Saturday night. But it does work. I actually think they're building to a Thunder Rosa heel turn. I think it's actually coming. And considering how bad Thunder Rosa's been for quite a long time, I think she has no other choice. Thunder thighs and tits. She'll probably call it that. Or timeless Thunder tits. Timeless thighs and... Nah, there's so many concoctions. I'm so unsure. See, flawless victory works for me. It certainly, I think that should be the name, the free teas, Timeless Thunder Tits. Or TST. Timeless Saturday Tits. Nah. Timeless Thunder Tits works. Don Callis backstage promises victory in the Owen Hart tournament. He says there's a new opening for the faction. A new member is a possibility for the group, and I'm gonna say bad call. We don't need more members in the Don Callis family. It's already got enough. It's a bad move to add more. In my opinion, he should look at making some adjustments. Alright, Fernando. I think too many members in his group will actually hurt it. It's happened so many times before. I think it's bad to have another member of the Callis family, so I hope he changes his mind. and he just replaces people.
He's been placed in the corner now. Counter upon counter. Great minds thinking alike.
Max Caster, yeah, makes sense.
Not great, but effective.
Yeah, I want Takeshita away as well. He had a great match last night as well with Tanahashi. That was a great early, birthday present to me, that match.
Oh, man. He didn't need that eyebrow anyway. Knife edge chop echoing through the arena. Shoulder tackle. Into the cover.
Fair play to Adam Cole as well for finally binning the Undisputed Kingdom. They are no more. We now have the Paragon. And good, because it's a much better name. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. Yeah, he has the look of a champion. Adam Cole, I think Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy Strong are going to win tag team titles, and I'm okay with that. Adam Cole is going to have I think he'll be a record TNT holder. I think he'll have the longest reign. And I think it'd be the best move. Because he can have great pay-per-view and TV matches. He can build those feuds. And to be fair, you don't need to have feuds for a TV title. It's about the enjoyment of the champion allowing others to shine. And then occasionally have one or two big feuds. We got the best moment of the show next. So do I. I hope they change the title design though. I want them to give a different feel to it, but he'll be a good champion. We have the best moment of the show. Chris Jericho has gone on his Fozzy break. And he did it in such a way that wasn't Jericho. He did it in a more bitchy manner. But, of course, for Jericho, go and smash it with Fozzy. It's a win-win. And then he cannot be missed. But there's a high chance that Jericho will be gone for months on end. His contract does expire at the end of the year. I would just say it's time to go. And wish him well. Roddy Piper has regained the lead in the match. Very good. The champion Andre the Giant is screwed. Just smashing things in sight with his trusty baseball bat was fun. I like the way that he was mocking Bandido's family as well, like still getting heat on himself. Whatever he does, if he does return, then fair play, but it needs to be the end of the learning tree. Like, it must be the end. For me, it's the end. Collision tonight, my birthday collision. We will see Anthony Bowen's first TV match in some time. Like, he will be on Collision against Blake Christian. I think that'll be okay. It's a good way to reintroduce Bowens, especially with that haymaker he's got. Good choice of finisher. Main event time. So, we have Hook and Samoa Joe of the Ops versus Claudio and Wheeler Yuta, to which the Death Riders, of course, have lost by submission, which is shows that the unbeatable champions can be beaten in a different way. They lose this, but there's no jeopardy of losing the title yet. But it's coming. And obviously, post-match, there was an absolute brawl. It was aggressive, and I just liked the fact that it brought out an amazing promo. I agree, Zodiac. It brought out an amazing promo in Samoa Joe, and it was the best promo on the Death Riders so far. I don't think anyone's actually had a better promo on the Death Riders yet since, or will have, unless Darby Allin returns or Hangman goes straight into the main event scene. Kenny Omega turns his attention to them. I don't know, but or depending on what happens with Jay White, who was meant to turn heel at Dynasty until he got injured. When you look at it, Samoa Joe really showed why he is still one of the best in general. Best promos, best workers. He knows his limits, and he also knows what he can provide, and it's why he is the king of TV. Flawless from Samoa Joe. Incredibly outstanding. And we'll have obviously a title match for them. They've challenged the Death Riders for the Trios titles, and you know what, let them have it. So, positive, Samoa Joe's promo, the opening 35 minutes of Dynamite, Tony Storm's commentary, Statlander's performance, and also, to be fair, Swerve Strickland. Negatives. Pac possibly injured again. We don't know how long for. Thunder Rosa's performance. Negative. But a heel turn could save it for her. The need for this tag match. The 8-man 400k tag. It felt like an odd positioning to just book it. Kenny Omega's nonsensical promo took away from the enjoyment of building the angle already between the Bucks, the Elite, and Swerve. Alright, Catherine. Those are the negatives from Dynamite. And another negative, of course, and I have to relay this as a fair negative, but having another member in the Don Callis family, unless there's cuts in the faction, another member is futile. But there are positives as well, so I'm not just going to completely hang me on it. I'm going to say that there are some positives. It was awful, Catherine. It was genuinely awful. Like, we get it, the Bucks are annoying, but to use two Shih Tzus as confidence makes no sense. I think he's winning it now, Zodiac. I think they're going to go with Hangman and Swerve as a team. Thunder Rosa losing, yes, is a positive because of how bad her performance actually is. But they're going to turn her heel, I think, as a manner of speaking. So, having to say this on my birthday that Thunder Rosa might turn heel is pain. Just like the light outside. You know, actually, I'm going to get some air in. Let's get some air in. Okay. So that was Dynamite. If I'm being honest. Now, I agree. Now, we do get confidence that we know that they're going to build. They're going to build onwards for the Owen Hart tournaments, obviously for the tag match, but let's see where we go from here. and what actually happens next.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
So I'm going to give Dynamite a 6.5 out of 10. Maybe a 7. Oh, Ricky Steamboat and Roddy Piper are only a point apart with 10 minutes to go. Let's move on. Show number 2 from 3. Impact. Okay, so first of all, this is the... Yeah, I watched Riot's. I watched Riot. It was in Windy City. It was really well done. Lots of great matches last night. People are going to say the best match on the card was Tanahashi and Takeshita. For me, that was the most sentimental match. For me, the best match on the card was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Finlay. But Gabe Kidd last night losing the title is why he's going to win the G1. Really good matches last night. And the Azumi and Mina going to a draw, leading to a triple threat for the title, is excellent booking. Azumi has to win that title. They need to have her win it. Especially if she's the mainstay in Japan and Mercedes and Mina Shirakawa are not going to be. Overall, good matches. And the Young Bucks obviously have challenged the War Dogs, so there's so much on offer. Yeah, I like it. I like the fact they called them out. A Bullet Club, they're building to a Bullet Club war. We just need gold to get involved when Juice returns. I think that's a possibility. Hello Maria, how are you? War Dogs versus Death Elite Riders would be interesting because that will still be during the G1 period as well. So it'll test the strength of Gabe Kidd and Finlay. I would make it a 5-on. I would just make it a 5-on-5 elimination rules match. Don't make it a Stadium Stampede because those matches are awful. And I've been inside one live. Like, I don't think the concept is as good as it used to be. I don't think it should be an Anarchy in the Arena. I would just have it a 5-on-5 elimination, and it ends with Jay White screwing David Finlay. Blood and Guts? No, I don't think so. I think Blood and Guts is going to be something else. Blood and Guts this year will be Team Swerve versus Team Moxley, probably. See the Bucks explanation? I think the Bucks explanation was so much stronger than Omega's promo. I'm actually going to give the Bucks a solid 5 to 6 out of 10. Whereas Omega's promo gets a 2 out of 10. Yeah, Swerve's promo was wonderful. Omega's promo could have been a whole lot better if he literally said, "Guy," if he had left out all the personal shit about his friend, and he just literally said, "You guys are chatting shit about what you shredded." You know what I mean? Like, instead he made it. Whoever wrote that promo for him really let him down. So in that case, I feel bad for Kenny, regardless of how bad the promo is. If the promo's that bad, you can't deliver a good promo, even if it's a bad one. He's had some good promos in his time, but that's true. He's more of a short spiel. But when he's had to do a good promo, he does do a good promo. I was surprised that, like, when you look at it, the Bucks looked a lot better. Like, the Bucks looked like smart casual. But yeah, Kenny looked like he had just came back from either playing, I don't know, tennis or badminton, and he's gone straight into beach clothing. So I do agree, but that would be his comfort clothing. He's never been a guy for suits, but if he came out in, say, a polo shirt and jeans with his trainers, I would have been alright with that. You don't have to wear suits all the time. Like, take me for example, if you remove the Bullet Club shirt and you just put like a normal black t-shirt on me, I'm fine because I'm wearing black jeans. Cody likes his suits. I don't mind suits, but you don't always need to wear a suit. A suit isn't always going to deliver. Yeah, I didn't like the V-neck. I preferred Nick Jackson's classic, he was just wearing all black standard clothing, which is better. If you're going to wear a V-neck, wear it as a jumper. Wear a V-neck jumper with something underneath like a shirt. That's it, that sells. TNA Impact though. Now, me and Catherine actually agreed with this, because I put up a quote tweet actually. I'm actually going to drop a link to the tweet that I put up. And I stand by it. Let me just get it 2 seconds. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just quote what I said. Where is it? Deonna tweets. Ah, there it is. I'll come back to that, Catherine, because it's a good point. So, TNA confirmed that Mike Santana versus Mustafa Ali is going to happen at Rebellion. That's fine by me. 2 weeks' time, we get the pay-per-view, and it's going to deliver. Cheers, Abu. Appreciate it, my brother. So I put as a quote tweet, and I quote, "Make this a stipulation match. Number one contender for the world title." Or something, because this is TNA's best program in a long time for a feud. The two best not to hold a title in TNA at the moment. This would be my title match at Slammiversary. Ali wins it prior and puts Santana over. I think I'm being very fair. Ace Austin and Leon Slater are going to get pushed. Kazarian is only getting his push because of his loyalty to the company. That's why he will still win a title, but it's purely just it's an appreciation for him. And he deserves it, to be fair. And Santana's doing amazing work, and thanks Fletch, I appreciate it. God's sake, I'm not elegance, I'm chaos. Because they didn't know what she's doing. She honestly doesn't know what she's doing. I think the way she's going, I don't know if TNA know either. It's a shame really, because Killer Kelly's incredible. I think he deserves a whole lot more. So does she. Just waiting for the birthday chair shot. Oh, it's coming, don't worry. Now, the show begins with Mustafa Ali versus Ace Austin, funnily enough. He is accompanied... Oh yeah, I know. I was a big fan of their tag team. They're the only tag team they've had that's been good since the Beautiful People. And obviously Roxy Laveau and Taylor Wilde, but that was 15 years ago. Look at Andre running away. Andre, you fool, that's why you're going to lose your title to Ricky Steamboat. Let's actually watch the last 10 seconds of the match. Oh, Ricky's got him up. Can he get another point? Come on, Ricky. Oh. Ricky Steamboat with 5 seconds to go makes it 9 points. Well, 9 falls. That was quality. That's how you do a Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match. Very epic. So, let's make it 5. Same again. Only this time we're going to do it inside Hell in a Cell. At WrestleMania 10. In fact, let's make it WrestleMania 6. You got it. We'll put in the ugly version, which is all of them anyway, but still. Okay. I'm so doing this. But I'm gonna make it Iron Man pin only. Charles Robinson inside. Aye, you can get slippers in this, which is absolutely funny. Charles Robinson. In his Smackdown gear. Entrance is on. Ooh, Ricky Steamboat's got 2 titles. We can't have that. Sorry, Ricky, but your title's now being stolen from you. The Worldwide Wrestling Heavyweight Championship that he's just won is now being taken off him. And it'll be defended inside Hell in a Cell, so you guys get the entrances as well. Okay, so Ace Austin defeated Mustafa Ali, who was accompanied by The Order. Ali lost the match by hitting... See, even better. Ali lost the match by hitting Ace Austin with a chair. So we got a steel chair shot moment on TNA this week. Ali was about to continue his barrage of chair shot assaults, only for Mike Santana to come out, hence why the match for Rebellion is made. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the best match of Rebellion. Santana versus Ali will be the best match of the show. Because they actually get it. You know what I mean? Like, they actually get it. That's why those two are going to be They should be the title picture at some point this year. Like, they should be feuding for the world title together. Otherwise, you're going to lose everything. We even get the humour of a joyride. Mike Santana, he captures John Skyler, takes him he takes him for a joyride, and it's absolutely hilarious. Now for some TNA main roster fuckery. And this is where I have to have a little bit, even though it's a good show, I have to critique them a little bit. Now, I cannot stand Cody Deaner. He has an agency role, and he's still working in the ring. One or the other, bro. One or the other. Now, Moose is in action. He's got to prove himself to his faction, the system, that if he cannot hang, then he'll be out. God almighty. Cody Deaner, prior to the match, was offered a chance to join the system. To which he asked the fans, they said no, so he asked for a title shot. He was denied said title shot.
One thing is for sure, Roman has no lack of confidence. You can say that again.
He was denied said title shot. So he wrestled Moose, won by countout, as he survived the clock. And then they gave him the title match anyway as a restart. They restarted it and gave him a title match. This was weird.
Well, tonight has become awesome. You could say that again.
This match ended up ending really quickly because Moose won with a spear. This was just odd. You have Moose lose by countout to then give Deaner the title shot to then have him quickly lose with one spear. Like, whoever booked this is on drugs. And it's not me, because I don't take any of that shit. The system would then all come out, all lose control. They would brutally destroy Cody Deaner. The Rascals would get involved. Again, the Rascals, you build the foundation of the company around them. You build around them, the Good Hands. You build around the Order, Mustafa Ali, Santana, and the Northern Armory. Steve Macklin, stop building it around Moose and the Rudy Poo crew. Cheers, Matthew. Who do you feel has had the best spear finisher in history? Rhino. If I have to be honest, my three favourite spears: Rhino with the gore, Braun Breaker with his spear, and the Gene Blast, which is the spear used by Yota Tsuji. I don't rate Goldberg's spear. I don't think Batista's spear is as good as it could have been, even though at times it did look alright. And I think, even though I'm a big fan of Adam Copeland, I actually think his spear's a little bit overrated and it's too theatrical. I preferred it when he used to just spear the guy and bring them down, and then he added so much twisting and then the hair shit, and I know he's adding the performance, but he made the spear from deadly to theatrical. I remember his older spears. Like, if you actually look at Copeland's previous spears, he used to just spear you and take you down, and then that was it. He would never go, spear, It was shit. When Rhino speared you, he speared you like he was going to fuck your mum. Like, Rhino was spearing you like he was taking your family genes with you. His spear, Braun Breakers, and Yota Tsuji's are the best spears in wrestling. Hands down. I don't know if there's any other. I think people are automatically going to say Roman Reigns. I think his is... I don't think his is actually awful. I don't. I think it's okay. But I don't think there's any... I don't think any come close to the three I've mentioned that are the best. Rhino's Gore, Yota Tsuji's Gene Blaster, sorry, and Braun Breaker's Spear, because they look like they want to kill you. And that's the difference. I don't think there's any other spears that come close, or will come close. Ricky Saints as well, awful. Doesn't look fundamentally right. He looks like he just wants to hug you. Copeland's spear was great up until 2005, because when it got to 2006 onwards is when he started using the... After he brought you down, he used to just get the good position. I liked when he did the hand taunt, to be fair. That was very well done. He would do that taunt, and then he would just run it, or he would run off the ropes, come at you full speed, and then he would take you down. See the speed he's doing right now in AEW? It's slightly better, because he's not doing the... But he is, when he hits the spear, he is rotating his body afterwards to get a more safer landing. But nah, the three I mentioned prior are the best. Moose's spear isn't great either. Right, what I'm going to do for this match is I'm going to give you a better angle. So, 1 second. Right, I want free camera. Where is it? 1 second, guys. Shit. There we go. There you go. Let us continue. So, Ace Austin wins the match by disqualification. We've recapped that. We've recapped Cody Deaner, the FUD, getting his opportunity. The system actually similar to Dynamite. The heel faction have the opening segments of the match on the show. So up next, it's the Rascals, Zachary Vance and Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel is the highlight of that entire group. Versus Brian Myers, Mr. 1000, as he likes to call himself, which is just gimpish because no one cares. He's been on 3 shows that have had 1,000 episodes each. And Johnny Dangle Curtis. They won the match, but it wasn't great. Actually, I'm going to make a very bold claim. Brian Myers does a better spear than Adam Copeland. Because he stole his spear and does it better. Because he doesn't do the theatrical pish. Like, he doesn't try any of the theatrical nonsense. He just hits you and just comes straight down and goes for the pin, which is what it should be. The TNA Unbreakable Championship Tournament for the TNA International title begins tonight. There's 3 triple threat matches, and the winner of each triple threat will go to Unbreakable, which is next Thursday, the 17th. The winner of that tournament will be crowned the champion at Unbreakable, which is next Thursday. Whoever doesn't get pinned or who doesn't submit in the triple threat at Unbreakable will automatically be the first title challenger for the new champion 10 days later at the Rebellion pay-per-view. So first of all, props to TNA for not only booking a smart way to do a tournament in honour of a great pay-per-view from 20 years ago, but props to TNA for deciphering a quick way to make your first challenger and start an instant feud. Because whoever doesn't get pinned is going to get the title shot. And I'm actually alright, I'm actually okay with that. Like, I actually approve this. What I don't approve of is Sami Callihan. And it's not because I don't like Sami. I do like Sami. What I don't like is the fact that he's come out and said, he's basically said, he was already in a different match, but he wanted to be in the same triple threat as Mance Warner because he's got a feud with him. When he's basically said, I don't want a chance to win the title or win the tournament, I just want to beat him up. No, fair enough, no problem. But wouldn't you not want the excitement of potentially seeing Mance Warner win? You get to the final, and then you screw him by winning the title, and then he doesn't get the first match. Instead, he's abdicated that. He got himself swapped with Zachary Vance. So they're in separate triple threat matches. And it's just odd. Who's entering my house and not entering my house? No idea. But TNA found a good way to book a tournament, and then they stuck to a feud because he can't help himself. Like, I can't say enough that just because they're building a feud, if they're building a feud and one of them doesn't care about winning the tournament, they just want to hurt the other, then don't put Sami Callihan and Mance Warner in the tournament. Now, it's a shame for Mance Warner that I'm saying this, because obviously he was the last digital media champion. By the fact that he's banging his missus, Steph Delander, but it's really stupid booking. And don't worry, I'm like I said, I'm very fair. I thought this episode of TNA was very good. It's just this is weird. What doesn't help in this tournament is who else is in this match. Flop Dollar Francis. Now, what's even worse is who won this match. Flop Dollar won this match. So he is one of the first 2 people in the tournament next Thursday. And he will compete for the championship. God almighty TNA, what have you done? TNA, please do not make Francis compete for the title. Change the decision. Reverse it. Save us. Don't do this. It's horrific booking. This part is horrific. Now, this match hasn't been seen in TNA. As far as my memory serves me correctly, the last time I saw this match was 2018, I think. Santana and Ortiz were in this last match. Barbed Wire Massacre. Sami Callihan has challenged Mance Warner to a Barbed Wire Massacre match. Thanks, Zodiac, for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. That happens. Holy Christ. I haven't seen Barbed Wire Massacre in a long time. And that match was hell. I've seen them all. I'll never get over the first one, Abyss versus Sabu in 2005 at Turning Point. That match is forever stuck in my head. And then obviously Barbed Wire Massacre 2, Abyss versus Judas Messias. Whew. Those matches are... They're proper terrifying to watch. It's hard to have a proper match inside Barbed Wire Massacre, but it is pure violence. I'll be surprised if TNA actually goes back to another Barbed Wire Massacre. I'll be surprised. The pride and joy of the UK scene right now, Leon Slater was in a match with Ryan Nemeth. Again, decent match. Leon Slater showing why he's incredible to watch. Ryan Nemeth, relatively decent showing. He's not as good as his brother, he never will be. But he gives a decent showing, and that's okay. That's okay. Money where your mouth is. So it's system member number 4. Eddie Edwards is in action. Against Steve Macklin, and this was one of the best matches on the show between two reliable talents for TNA. Eddie Edwards is probably the only talent in the system that I actually like, and Steve Macklin has become even better. They just have to buy into him more and give him more opportunities. I think he's excellent. This was a fun watch, and you're still telling story after story after story. The system have to prove themselves again to each other that they can be the dominant faction, whereas Macklin is trying to prove he can do it on his own without the Northern Army. He doesn't need Eric Young and company to succeed. In turn, following the match, Eric Young makes one final offer to Macklin. Will he or won't he join? I don't think he's going to. I think he will remain solo. But Eddie Edwards did win this match with the Boston Knee Party, which is of course a running Shining Wizard. In closing, for TNA, in closing, Joe Hendry addressed his injury, which is okay. He confirms he's been ordered not to wrestle at Rebellion for the world title against Ethan Page and Frankie Kazarian. And like the stubborn babyface that they always want to be, he has refused doctor's orders and he will compete at Rebellion for the World Championship. Because of his torn rotator cuff, I think he will lose. I think Kazarian will steal the win. They might have him hold the title for a while and then Joe Hendry wins it back. Or Kazarian wins it and then they will pivot to Santana or Mustafa Ali, maybe even another Nick Nemeth title reign. But I think TNA are making those moves. Ace Austin as well could potentially win the X Division title and go for option C. Trade the title in, go for the world title. Moose could do the same. He has the ability to do that as well if he wants to. All bets at the moment are off. TNA's title scene is, at the moment, it's not so bad. Especially if you're going to replace the digital media title for the international title. They're making waves. But do they have enough to create a positive tsunami? That's what we're going to find out. At Unbreakable next week, we will find out how much shape Joe Hendry physically can be in. Oh, The Miz has stolen the lead. The hell?
Gets him with the counter. Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want.
Okay, there's nothing I can do right now. Looks like we're going to be stuck on this camera now, guys, unfortunately. At Unbreakable next week, because of their title matches at Rebellion, we will see Joe Hendry and Masha Slamovich in tag team action versus Kazarian and Tessa Blanchard. Which is fine. But I did think Ethan Page's promo was actually very well done. I do rate Ethan Page's promo. So, TNA I'm going to give it the same. I'm actually going to give it. Actually, you know what? Dynamite and Impact both get a 7 out of 10. Changed my mind. But now we come to Smackdown. Okay. Smackdown. Show of hands. Be honest. I was fair about TNA. I was fair about Dynamite. What are your honest thoughts this week on Smackdown? Now, I'm being honest. I have some crazy things about it.
Is reverberating around us. Absolutely unreal. Oh, I heard a snap. The other end, too. He had it scouted. And now we have Michaels.
Now, naturally, Catherine has gone in with a little jab of her best show of the week. I just want to have an open, honest discussion when it comes to Smackdown. Now, Smackdown actually asked a weird question and answered it in the same segment. Well, actually, it asked two questions. Smackdown asked, answered, and confused all at once. Now, I have two, actually, well, not two. I have two outstanding Smackdown performers of the week. Can anyone guess the two people? Now, before anyone asks, it's one woman, one male, not two of the same gender. Can anyone guess my male and female performers for Smackdown this week? Don't worry, I won't lie. I will say if you get it right or not. Oh, that fat arse. Fuck's sake, you kick him that much. That shouldn't be a pin break. That should be a flab juggle. Oh, I can't do it. My shoulders don't work. It wasn't Chelsea Green. Normally it is, but it's not Chelsea. LA Knight's also incorrect. Maxine Dupree is incorrect. She was crap, as per usual. No, but she certainly was performing for me on Sunday. Don't worry, my two performers were genuinely on this week's Smackdown. Not Bailey. She has regressed massively. You have got the male talent correct, Matthew, and no, it wasn't Zelina Vega.
Reece has his opponent in a fireman's carry and then driven down with a flapjack. More attacks like that will leave you gasping for air. Yeah, it looks like it already is. Headbutt to the back of the neck. What a chancery. There's the backbreaker.
Wasn't Shayna. Nope, not Lyra.
Placing them right where they want them, into the corner.
It was a singles match.
The shoulder up. Both competitors digging deep into their well to keep this match going. Nothing fancy there. Knee right to the gut. Will it be? Think so? Got it. No, just a two. I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down? Oh, shoulder to the gut.
It was 100% Tiffany Stratton's opponent, Roxanne Perez. For some reason, Catherine hates Roxanne Perez, which I don't understand. I don't know how you can hate Roxy. But she's not essentially my women's performer of the week because she's great. She's my... She wasn't terrible at all. She wasn't terrible. If anything, what she was underutilized, despite being the best they have all week. Now, I said Smackdown asked questions and it answered them at the same time. But it also... It tried to make... This show tried to be something. Like, this show tried to be good. Like, it tried. Trouble is, if you try so hard to be something, you fall further away from what you want to be. I see, Matthew, you get it. Matthew gets it. Proper props there, Matt. But let's start with where it begins. So, we'll ask the question later, but let's